what ended up being closer to 100 acres of of city-owned partner properties or right-of-way. 100 acres is a lot to sink your teeth into and understand, and really try to take inventory of what the underlying fabric is. Central to the entire project area is Barron's Branch and Waco Square. Those two core elements form the cultural heart of the project area, and it's a target-rich environment as far as what we're working with from Waco's past and Waco's present to help bring to the fore and resonate with residents. That's bookended by a ballpark district and the Mary Avenue district, and the connecting tissue along all of that is the riverfront that not only unites each of these districts but also ties it into what you could consider as actually our first phase has been the riverfront development with the pavilions. The Waco Square district is recognizing, and again through that kind of inventory and discovery process previously with the Ginsler group, really honing in on, hey, you have a rich story here. And the current status of development in your downtown, like it made sense incrementally maybe when it went in, but there's a lot of benefit to restoring that central green, restoring the concept of City Hall as anchored within a city square, and then flanking that with a lot of supporting activity to really activate a flexible open space.
In a time of planning when urban renewal and things wanted big blocks. And so those big blocks create big distances for people to walk that often are not enticing to pedestrians. And they're not inviting. And so the rebuild of the grid really is an inviting of people back into the urban fabric. And you'll see that in multiple phases of the plan. Like that's the heart of what we believe will create an activated district is smaller blocks with more interesting things.
The scale of the opportunity that you have with that central green is very similar in size and performance opportunity from looking at examples like South Lake in up in the DFW area, where you have circulation around a central green with teaser parking that helps keep eyes and activity in the area, whether there's programmed events or not, and really helps set up an active and well-trafficked area right in the midst of a defining district that feels like an old Texas downtown. There will be that commonality for everything, but then also that ground story, no matter what the ultimate purpose of the structure is, it still has to support active street life with public-facing amenities. So in some cases that may be cafes, in some cases that may be other businesses. But so even talking about that in terms of what the future of the City Hall and Waco ISD building may be, it's going to have that blend of features. What has most recently been published is the updated floodplain maps, and it reveals that even with a giant 15-foot by 15-foot tunnel carrying the stormwater, we still have a significant floodplain impact in this exact district. By doubling the capacity with the box culvert, it actually reduced, the floodplain goes to zero. So the floodplain of the river in this portion of downtown actually stays within the banks of the river. So in this case, the floodplain impact is primarily from that Barron's Branch issue, and so doubling the capacity from 4th to the river eliminates that restraint, and so that opens up a lot of ability to embrace that feature. So resolving that led to some interesting discoveries and realization about how you can double the capacity of the stormwater conveyance and do a treatment above that grade to recreate, but in a controlled fashion, some sort of water amenity that serves as like a creek walk. It's very similar in engineering to the San Antonio Riverwalk. It's the same sort of concept. Their storm capacity is handled below the river that you see. Massive tunnels, really? Massive, yes. We would actually add a parallel 15 by 15 tunnel to double the capacity to deal with that 100-year impact. The blue on the kind of left corner there, that L-shaped building, that's envisioned as the shared municipal campus plus Waco ISD administrative where the existing Waco ISD building is now, that can be converted for mixed-use development as well. It may have a residential appeal. It may have other opportunities. It has what can become a commanding view of the courthouse. But then also in the black, what you're seeing those are new commercial infill opportunities to help. So right now, some of that surface parking. So parking is a key component of the strategy to make this possible.
What's the opportunity here?
Yeah.
And this strategic roadmap really helps to bring that into a little bit better clarity so we can plan a real project from that.